and bienvenidos everybody. My name is NittPicc. If you don't know who I am, I'm a flutist and a music educator who enjoys all types of music. Today's reaction comes from Patreon supporter and perfect 4th tier member Home Gnome, and he's coming in hard with the Gacharic Spin because I've been given a lot of Gacharic Spin by Home Gnome and it's been a fun journey. So the song we're listening to today is called Replica, and it's actually the first single from the album W. Also, I just have to show you the appreciation. Look at the album art for W. Okay, look at her, she cute. Don't you think it's cute, Neenx? Yes, I'm talking to my editor. I'm talking to you, Neenx. Check it out. Is she cute? All right. Apparently this album from the wiki explores themes of self-acceptance and the complexity of identity, which is really, really cool for me to like dive into. There's some interesting things I've been watching lately about how we perceive ourselves on a physical and mental level. Anyway, we'll dive into it here in a second. But before we jump in, if you like the channel, please like and subscribe. If you want to check out more, the links are down below for the Discord as well as the Patreon, where you can check out extra reactions, free content, and anime reactions if you're into it. But without further ado, let's jump right in. Stop, dude. Okay. All right. Now, here's the thing. When there are lyrics that I can read on the screen, it's hard not to get a little distracted by what I see and what I'm reading. But this is my thing, and I know people, or at least from what I understand of what I've communicated with people over the internet so far and in comments and everything, is that when they can see the lyrics, they don't care so much about what the song is about, but they like the music, which I understand. That I totally understand. Good sounding music is good sounding music, point blank, period. Like, that makes sense. Gacharic Spin is always going to sound good. I don't think there's ever going to be a day that they don't sound good. So seeing the lyrics for me is fun, and I like having the opportunity to actually listen and hear the words, being able to read them and comprehend. So we're gonna have to go back and actually listen for the music, because look, I love the bass, especially the bassist in Gacharic Spin, dude. Koga is always killing it on bass, and I can't handle myself when I hear the bass, because there's always some kind of plucking, some kind of slapping. It's sick. Also, this kind of starts rap style. I love like this story kind of start, the way we're getting hi-hat and just the stick across the snare. Bass kick. Effect in the background. Dude, the words are freaking sick because I think everyone at some point in their life feels these feelings, these emotions, these thoughts about the self. Cause like there's other more information on the wiki about this album in general, but like I think everyone understands when you go to work, you're putting on the mask of the work person that you are. But then when you're at home, you get to take off all those masks, right? Like in front of my students, I'm a flute teacher, right? In front of my family, I'm a daughter first, and then maybe a human second. Sorry, mom and dad. Like in front of my friends, I'm maybe a little bit of everything, I guess, because my friends know what I do, but I think I can let loose a little bit more. But man, when I'm home alone, all masks come off. It's like, let it all hang out, baby. But I think that's the beauty of this, is that the stress of sometimes not feeling like you. But yeah, anyway. And then feels like the battle, the internal struggle starts with that bass. Love the chord progression. Love the rise in energy there from the drummer. Yuri is the drummer. It takes me a second to remember their names because I know Koga, bass, Hannah, who does guitar but has been drummer but also vocals. Like Hannah's the one that's like musically ambidextrous. I know Tomozo also does guitar, but she does vocals too sometimes in the past. She also just had a baby, didn't she? Oreo is her keyboardist, vocals, and then Angie, vocals performer, right? So it took me a second. So I actually put it on my phone so that way I don't forget, because I've got it. I wrote it down, baby. Okay. But so Yuri, what she did with the drums here, opening up the hi-hat so we get a drive. Love Angie's vocals, dude. Dude. I freaking love the offbeat hi-hat. When did that switch, or was it like that earlier? I think one of the things that I feel like, because Gacharic Spin does so many different things, like let's call them the musical chameleon. And the reason why I'm saying this is because they do so many different styles well, because I feel like they can do a rock pop style, and this feels like a darker rock style. It doesn't feel poppy because of its context, but it's very relatable as a human being on this earth. But like, they have this ability to kind of play around with the styles that they do, and everything they do it well. I want to go back because of this keyboard section that we have with Oreo. I like the effects also that are in the background. Angie's vocals, man, she has range. Like the way she goes from her like head and chest voice, like the way she transitions between them, it's so beautiful and pretty, and her like added vibrato is lovely. This is all Angie, right? And this. I know this seems really silly, and y'all are probably gonna be like, you're really reaching, but to me it feels like in a moment of where you feel like you hear that static underneath, and then you hear the piano, the keyboard, which has a piano filter, right? It almost feels like everyday life can be kind of staticky. It can feel, you can somewhat feel a little lost, like a bit in a haze, right? And then the piano's that moment of clarity. And the clarity can be very short-lived. And then you feel like you get lost again, and then you find yourself one more time. I feel like we play that game a lot in our youth, and as you get older, you start to feel like you find yourself, but I feel like there are some people that feel like they have a hard time figuring out who they are and what they want to be. And it can take years to figure it out. I think it took me a long time, so it happens. Also, this part makes me feel sad. I never realized the like phrase of someone saying, "I feel sorry for you," is like, ooh, cuts like a knife. And reading this part hurts. Like, listen to her voice, man. Bass is still driving in here. Okay, Anna. Ooh. Oh my god! Bro! Okay, hold on. I know it's bad. I don't be mad at me. I just really liked that part. We had an instrumental, but there was a switch in the way the movement of the chords. It shifted down a half step, which, cool. And it works because we're having this kind of like rap patter style wordplay, and it's all rhythm da 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 or da 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 da. We're getting a lot of rhythm words here, so. Yeah, so instrumentals 1, 2, 3, 4, duple time, here we go, and then words da 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 da. A little bit. It's not quite the triplet pattern, but it is, so we get like a nice rhythm contrast. The words cut deep, baby. And they go back to the original key here. They didn't really change keys though. Woo! Go Gary! Oh yeah, they really sent it home at the end. So, okay, I remember, I'll never forget my first reaction to Gacharic Spin. That legit is a reaction I don't think I'll ever forget, because I remember somebody suggesting that to me and then immediately just going, oh my god, this band has beautiful chaos within their music, because it's a constant moving machine. You could isolate every single part of this band's like instrumentals and you could essentially keep hearing something different every single time, which is really cool, because nothing is simple in this band, and that's kind of what makes it unique. I feel like they've always been, I said this before with actually, oh my god, I can't pronounce it, Angine de Poitrine. I'm trying, okay? They're like maximalism style, and kind of in that way, like the Gacharic Spin is like this too. Not only are they maximalism in like their style and how they dress and how they are, but their performances are like that, as well as their compositional style. It is stacked, so many different parts, so many moving parts, and there's always something to listen to. So this is a really good song. I like the words. I really like the words, and I really like I wasn't expecting, I don't know why I thought when I read the information I was given that I thought it was gonna be a kinder, lighthearted song, but I kind of like this, and it's not really dark, but it kind of makes you feel like it gives you some contemplative thoughts that you can have. And yeah, it just makes you feel like, yeah, this is the version of me that I want to be, instead of the replicas that everyone else can be. The funny part about this is that this isn't the only Gacharic Spin that's gonna happen. I have another Gacharic Spin that I have to do because I had it suggested to me over on my Buy Me a Coffee, and I'm excited to dive into that because it's actually old Gacharic Spin when they had Army, who has unfortunately since passed. I've been doing a little bit of research on that era of Gacharic Spin recently, but yeah, I'm excited to check that out. I think it's gonna be May 1st, so just hear me out. But whatever, I'm excited either way, because I've heard a little bit of early Gacharic Spin, but I don't think I've heard Army era Gacharic Spin. So anyway, as usual, I like to continue the conversation about music. I want to hear what you have to say, and what are your thoughts on this song? What do you hear that I don't hear? What did I miss? Anything. The conversation is open to everything, as well as feelings. I love to talk about how music makes me feel, because as someone who is the logic side of my brain doesn't function as well as the feeling side of my brain. And there are a lot of people out there who think on a logical way. And I love that for you. And I wish I was that person. But like, music makes me feel a certain way. And I love how this song kind of makes me feel like I'm in my feelings, but I'm also angry because like, I want to be who I am, but I see these people who are not. And I want you to be real. Stop lying to me. Like, I have no sympathy for that kind of like fake, right? Which we see that a lot nowadays in society. Hello, social media. Stop using facial filters. It's okay to wear makeup, but stop wearing filters on your pictures. Just be who you are. It's okay. You don't have to look perfect all the time. This is why I record without makeup sometimes. Yeah, but this is a little bit of makeup today. Anyway, as usual, before I go, if you like the channel, please like and subscribe. There are links down below for the Discord as well as the Patreon. My brain is dying. It's late at night. Patreon, where you can check out extra reactions, free content, and anime reactions as well if you're into it. But as usual, I hope you're having a lovely day. Let the mask down every once in a while, like Gacharic Spins has said. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.